Sadtu Viva, members of the branch executive committee, site council committee members, employees from the regional office, members from the fraternal structures, the African National Congress, Congress of South African Trade Unions, and all the local structures that are here. Members from different branches who have joined us today, the entire membership of Sadtu Ivory Midrand, all protocol observed. Comrades, receive my revolutionary greeting. Comrades, our second BTGM is sitting 28 years after the dawn of democracy in our country. As we gather here today, we cannot divorce ourselves from the realities on the ground which are worsening by day and continue to dehumanize us as people. Poverty, unemployment, and inequality still pose a very serious challenge to our democracy and continue to destroy our communities. I was unfortunately hijacked 2 times in 6 months under very serious circumstances, and the majority of the criminal activities in our communities are attached to poverty and lack of employment amongst our people. Comrades, our education system is characterized by the crumbling infrastructure, overcrowded classrooms, and a complete lack of parental support. It becomes so difficult to discipline a learner when that particular learner doesn't have a chair. We are faced with difficult conditions that are not of our making. Comrades, the fights that we see on daily basis in our respective schools between learners are as a result of a lack of furniture. A radical move is needed to bring about radical change from the existing orders. We have more challenges than solutions as the result of the underperformance of our government. Comrades, elections are so divisive in nature. It is upon us to work on our differences for the good of every member in our branch. The tendencies that are unorganizational towards elective meetings always need to be resolved with a political maturity. Driving the wedge is a dangerous tendency and can destroy the little that we have already started in our branch. Comrades, our unity will influence the social cohesion in our schools and the society at large. Factionalism is many organizations, and we should run our schools and society the way in which we'll build the organization. In this climate of hopelessness, we need unity than ever before. We are meeting here at a time when almost every member of the teaching profession is disgruntled on issues of salary increment. This is a bread and butter issue for all of us as workers. And the leaders of the alliance, the government in particular, they are doing nothing to solve our problems. Fuel, food, transport, interest rates, and everything else increase every day, but our salary remains the same. It does not grow. We have long shifted from being the middle class to becoming the middle poor. And very soon we will be joining the poor of the poorest and ultimately the poorest of the poor. Comrades, it is a fact that the influx of learners from different provinces and neighboring countries is bringing a strain into our schooling system, and the government must intervene, build new schools to ease the heavy burden in our branch, Ivory Park in particular. Comrades, we are also concerned about the state of our district. The district must make sure that their offices operate from one central point. We acknowledge the action taken by our sister union now to try and force the district to speed up resolving this particular issue. We are also very worried that our prospective members are not paid for sometimes and not absorbed after 3 months as per the agreement. One of the greatest writers once said, in regions where the seasons go from one temperature extreme to the other, people alter their behavior to fit the changing weather conditions. Comrades, we have served you under a very difficult conditions of COVID-19 and managed to achieve our mandate. We have successfully ran the labor workshops without failure. We have won cases and saved many comrades from guillotine. We have managed to stabilize our schools, which were very unstable as the result of the principal who thought public schools are their private properties. And the worrying factor is that some of these principals are Sadtu principals, but they are not assisting us. Instead, they are making things worse for the members of this particular branch. We have managed to successfully retain our number one status in the whole of North region in terms of recruitment. We have ran successful programs which brought vibrancy to our branch, and that will find expression in the Secretariat report. We are therefore submitting this organization today intact and united, hoping the new administration will take care of it. In conclusion, comrades, let's remain united behind the pillars of our union, because the strength of the workers is unity. Alota.